This is the Great Legend, and I'm coming at you live tonight with the Legend's Truth. And tonight's truth is all about Contender 400 plus subscriber giveaway contest entry, man. Man, there ain't no other than the Contender 400 subscribers. Now, Kev, real quick, I got to say, man, I'm so sorry, so sorry. I kept putting this thing off. A lot of you know that watch this video, I don't do a lot of contest videos. I just don't do them. There's so many of them in the subscriber feed, and everyone passes milestones freaking daily on here. So it's like so hard to keep up with everyone and how many subscribers they have or how many they don't have, or what's the thing going on, what's the goal, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm very proud of not only Contender for going over 400 plus subscribers, but I'm proud of everyone else who is hitting these amazing subscriber milestones, man. Freaking awesome. More power to everyone in the comic book community. And ain't it about damn time that people recognize all of us, man. Comic book collectors freaking unite. You know what I'm saying? And we getting some love from other collectors, other community members, other pop culture enthusiasts. And that's what it's all about, man. So, Contender 400 plus. And guess what? What I got. That's what I got real quick. Let me do this real quick. All right. And by the way, I've taken some back medicines. My back's been freaking killing me today. So I am a little loopy. I almost fell asleep, and I had to talk with Contender. I was like, Contender, when is that contest in? He says 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So I was like, I've been thinking about Contender, and like just I wanted to make this video. Like I said, I don't do a lot of these, but I wanted to incorporate Contender into Legend's Truth because I also want to talk about some of the cool stuff that I watched on the Wednesday night chats with ETA Nick, Luther Manning, and Reaper Tate 728, Nick Patrick, and Anthony. I want to talk a little bit about that, some of the questions they had to kind of just talk a little bit about that, but also talk about Contender as well and the things that I've seen Contender ever since I met Contender or got to know Contender here in the comic book community, how I've seen him evolve, how I've seen him grow, and how I've seen him, go from down here way up here, off the damn charts. So I want to talk a little bit about that tonight on The Truth and talk a little bit about his contest, man. But before we do all that, I want to show you real quick. I'm going to do a monitor capture. Good, there I am. Look how good look I am. I'm a sexy guy. So I'm going to show you the click on show more right here. I don't know if I've got a mouse cursor or whatever, but I've got subscribe to Contender. Let's open that up. This is Contender's webpage here. Look at that. Look at that number. 507 subs. 400 plus contest. Let's go to his videos. There's also a link for his 400 plus subscribers giveaway contest. This was 1 month ago. 1 month ago. And there he is. Those are the rules. 1 month ago, man. And now he is over 500 subscribers. So the giveaway, you got to be 18 years old. You got to be a subscriber. It's open to international. No shipping fees, man. This guy, so generous. I've gotten AOK from him before. So generous. Make a video. Spell your name. Ends May 11th. Winners drawn on May 12th. And number 7, the twist. I don't know if I have to do the twist or any of that crap. I'm just going to show you what's going on that the Legend is. And Legend ain't even going to be doing this rap, but I'm going to explain to you because I didn't have a lot of time here. But I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling it like it is because it's the truth tonight. And before people get real hacked off, let me go ahead and check the chat, what I've got going on here. I'm going to check the chat. I'm going to scroll up, and then I'll fill you in on the present day chat. So we got Gills311. He says he's number 1, and that's all he said. Gills, are you still here? Let us know, man. Chat a little bit amongst these people in the chat. Darth Lucian, welcome back, is number 2. Man, Darth, you stayed with me a long time that night when I was getting them 20 chests achievement. All right, so Gills is also having a contest, so check that out. SS Comic Reader Robert, my brother from the freaking state of Texas, is here. The champ that runs the camp. That's right, baby. Third, Jason Smith. Actually, Jason, you can't count, bro. SS Comic Reader was third. You're fourth. Vinny's fifth. Vinny, don't ever listen to Jason. He done got you screwed up. Showing my act of kindness. Yeah, man. Do those acts of kindness. That's what it's all about. Then Jason spams the feed. What mail? Did you pay your bill? Got Mylar money? Fee? Spam. Ought to take the wrench away for all that spam. Spam in a can. Then there's Jason. A homophobic slur there. Yep. Talking homos. Great. Homophobic slurs. Now we got Wonky. The Wonk. See, Wonk, those idiots are making fun of, different people of stuff. Idiots. All right, anyway. Who Dat Comics and Movies, one of the best, my co-host, along with Jason, the spam moderator. We got Rich up in here. Rich, this better be Rich, because Jason will be flirting with Chad all night long. From Views from the Batcave. Grimland, man, what is up? Oh, man, Grim, I know it's late where you are, but thanks for stopping by, Grimland. Good gamer. Brutus AKR, what's up, man? All right, so we're going to go get the start. We got 9 watching. Everyone thinks, oh, Legend's true. He's going to start preaching to us. He's going to start telling us how Jesus died on the cross for our sin. No, we're not going religious tonight. We're keeping it straightly comic books. So hopefully y'all will watch it. I mean, y'all are going to freaking learn something if you are. And some of you may actually be offended. I'm just throwing it right out there. But I am going to offend some people tonight. And it's just my own personal opinion, but people get easily offended. You know what I'm saying? So that's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of social media and all the other crap that has polluted the world. So get ready to get pissed. So, because we may be talking drama. You never know. Hey, we may be talking drama. Drama. Hell, that may get me like 10 more viewers. Anyway, so y'all invite all your friends if y'all want to hear some drama. More views, more watch time. I could use it. I think the month of April was kind of slow. March was a good month for the Great Legend shows, money on YouTube. But all right, so anyway, let's bring up the live chat. We got Trilogy's Comic Corner. Trilogy, have you unhidden me yet on your live chats? That's twice this dude's hidden me from live chats. Here's what happens. Now this is Legends Truth Trilogy. You hide the Great Legend Show on your live chats. Just think if you had me unhidden on your live chats. People say, Great Legends in this live chat. You get 10 more damn viewers in a heartbeat. Hell, you may even get 50 more viewers. So make sure if y'all are hiding the Great Legend Show on the live chat, y'all unhide the legend. Because, man, y'all get more views on your channel. That's what it's all about, helping each other out, and I'm helping out each and every one of you when I hit up them live chats, just like y'all are helping me, because I wouldn't be here today if y'all weren't helping me. Neither would my main man, Contender, a.k.a. Kev, 400 plus, actually sitting at 507, man. So that's freaking top-notch. A Poor Man's Comics, Comic Boys. That's it. I'm offended. I'm done. Delete. But anyway, Brandon Stowinski, it's good to see you too, man. All right, so... sorry to put you on the spot, Trilogy. Anyway, so let's check out the chat on the video screen. So here's all of our people in the chat, plus all the names I named off to you. So we're going to talk about Contender's contest. This was really cool. Contender had the idea, and I watched a little bit of Alex the Comic Hoarder today. He's doing this thing where you show a comic book title. So say, let's say the name Alex. So he started off with, I don't even remember. Something with A in it. Maybe Adventure Time #1. And then he goes to L, the letter L. Maybe he got that book called Legends. And then he goes to the letter E. Maybe he picked Elephant Titus. And then he went to the letter X for X-Men. Anyway, so he did Alex, THE, Comics, COMIC, Hoarder. It was like 19 numbers or something. So he had to show 19 books. Now, being it a little late for the great one, I didn't get all those books out because quite honestly, my collection is dwindling by the moment. It's going down low because I want to get rid of books. I have too much stuff. I've watched some other people's videos where it's just like tons of books everywhere. They don't know what they got, what's going on. Books in the garage, books in the attic, books in the sun, books in the rain. They don't know what the hell's happening because sometimes comic books can take over your life. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I've got a lot of crap. And I know pretty much most of what it is, but it's not sorted. I've got too much stuff. And when you got too much stuff, it's either time to sell or give it away. I gave a lot of it away last weekend on Free Comic Book Day. But anyway, so Contender wanted us to spell our name. So I was thinking, well, I don't have a lot of time to go The Great Legend. So I was thinking, what if I go Great Legend? Then that would be only what? 11? But The Great Legend would be like 14. Yeah, Vincenzo C. Jason as a moderator frightens me. He's power hungry. Oh my God. Really? Really, Whodat? Are you serious? Whodat Comics and Movies has less subs than Jason Smith. That's messed up. Jason, you're not buying subs, are you? That's great. All right, so okay, so R I could spell out Rob, R-O-B, right? Rob, that'd be good. And then I looked, and I don't think I have any titles with. Oh, I do have O for OMAC, B for. I know I've got some B titles, and I know I got some R titles. But R-O-B, man, that's too short. That's only 3. I would only be showing 3 comics. And I need to kind of get this thing going quicker. So y'all figure out the spelling. I'm going to show it to you. I used to type this in on arcade games when I thought it was funny back in the day. So I'm going to get out these 3 because these are 3 books that Contender, well, 1 book in particular that Contender I think would really like. And the first book is this one right here. Check this out. This book. It's Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I'm going to leave off the. So the first letter is A. Amazing Spider-Man 7.0. This is the first appearance of William Baker, a.k.a. the Sandman, and first appearance of Betty Brant. That's a nice 7.0, you know, right? What's up, Indigo Born, baby? What's going on, man? You was down with me for the 20 chest. Look at it. Amazing Spider-Man 7.0. So, letter A. Remember, letter A. This is a Contender book all the way. Variant. It's like an incentive, retailer incentive variant. Look at that bad boy. Signed by Brian K. Vaughan, Fiona Staples. Saga number 1, retail incentive variant, a 9.8 gold label. Go to eBay and look up, y'all. You know, let's talk. I'm going to be kind of a punk about this. Go to eBay and see how much this damn thing's worth. Spec on these nuts right here. Honestly, spec on these balls. Okay, spec those nuts. Jeez, man. 9.8 retail incentive cover, and I'm sorry I'm sounding like an asshole here, but. Spec on the nuts, man. This is what it's all about right here. And I'm going to kind of tell you a little method to the madness as well. And last but not least, one of my favorite Western series of all time, Six Gun, number 1. Cullen Bunn, Brian Hurt, dual signed with the Brian Hurt sketch there. 9.8, baby. 9.8. 9.8. Is it late? 9.8. So, Six Gun. So can y'all spell it for me real quick? Let's show it again for all you late bloomers here. A S S. And you know what's the best part about this? It's all in Mylar. And put those down, baby. These are some awesome books. Contender, I know you liked this. I know you. That's for my boy Contender right there. Look at that bad boy. Just out of the damn blue. Like, what the hell? He had a Spider-Man book? I'm a big Sandman fan. You can see Sandman right there, Bowen statue, but because he's one of the founding member of the Frightful Four. There you go. Not no ASG. What the hell? ASG, boy, I'd be like Tombstone. I'd be like Doc Holliday saying, "Ike, maybe we can have how about a spelling bee?" All right, so that's a little bit of that for Contender right there, and that's what it's all about. Now I want to kind of talk a little bit about this, and I'm going to go back to Contender because I got some more ass to show you. But I want to do I want to talk a little bit on Legends Truth tonight about the comic book collecting community, and why I haven't made a lot of comic book videos. Man, I'm just not inspired to do a lot of comic book videos. I love my comics. I love my collection. This is the current book I'm reading right now. Kind of in between some things. I'm reading Reefer Madness, edited and compiled and designed by Craig Yo. This talks about all the propaganda that the media, like today's media, is full of shit. But anyway, back then, the media was talking about all the crazy crap, Satan's cigarettes. Let me read some more titles to you here. Trapping New England's chain murderer. Oh, this murderer back in the day smoked like one joint, and then now he's killing everybody. Monkey on her back. Carrie Drake trapped. Marijuana. Federal men. Abby and Slats. Hopped up killer. Sorry, no cigarettes today. Shakedown. We can stop the enemies of youth. My scandalous affair. Dope menace. Holiday of horror. I was a racket girl. The death drug. Wanted Vincent Palisser. I was a musician's girl. The horror weed, and on page 197, Hooked. So it takes a lot of like comic books that were done as anti-marijuana kind of propaganda, and it sheds light on all the dangers that cannabis did to our youth back in the early days, which was so far from the truth. As you know now that marijuana actually helps a lot of people. But it's kind of funny to read through the comics and stuff like that. I'm rereading all the history because I fell asleep. The first part of the book is all about mainly a history of how America, I like that one, hold on, that one's a funny one. Teenage dope slaves. But it's like, the movie Reefer Madness, and it had like 2 unofficial sequels that were really bad. I would say not even B or C, but maybe D movies on how the horrors of marijuana and all that kind of stuff. But it's really cool. It's history. It's really good. But yeah, so I'm kind of reading that right now as far as my reading goes. I know y'all are like, what? This guy actually reads comics? Who the fuck does that anymore, right? Now, remember, I'm a cussing Christian, so excuse me for fucking cussing. But anyway, so, I've been reading that, and I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube because, man, here's the thing, man. No matter how many times I look at these videos, man, I'm seeing the same ass shit all the time. And it's fucking hard to watch, quite honestly. I know I'm cussing a lot. Blame the meds, blame whatever. Bad day, shit day, whatever. But, I mean, it's the same ass shit. I mean, the same comic book collectors making the same stupid ass mistakes all the damn time. And then I was watching Nick, Patrick, and Reaper on Wednesday night, and I think their video already has like 6 thumbs down. I'm going to bring that up real quick because I want to get a real deal estimation on it. And I thought it was one of the most entertaining, best videos that I've seen in months, as far as like something that reminded me, of like a truth kind of video. But it was a truth video about comic books. Let me tell you, Nick bangs out. I'm not even going to say bangs out the videos. Nick, I think, only works 10 hours a year. And he was talking about how much money he was making on his show. But that's fine. He could do that because through the years, he's worked his ass off. And plus, free fucking country. So if you work 10 hours a year and you get all that money, more power to you. But, man, he really whores out the videos. let me just kind of go off on Nick a little bit. Nick can't go visit Luther and Reaper because he's got all this work lined up. Yet he makes fucking what, 4 videos in the past 2 days. Fucking A, right? Anyway, so Nick, you need to get your, I don't care what the hell you're doing. It's Nick, you know, $50,000. Fuck that. It's Nick. It's, no, not Nick. It's Luther Manning, a.k.a. Patrick. It's Reaper Tate 728. Go sell one of them big boy books and get your ass down where the sun don't shine. And you go meet your 2 boys that make that Wednesday night show what it is today, playa. So y'all, any of y'all like people that think I'm bashing Nick, I love ETA Nick. I'm just poking some fun at him. But regardless, the way this comic book community is, go ahead and tell Nick I talk some shit about him, and then bring Nick, say, Nick, you got to watch Legends video. Here's the time. Not that I'm starting drama. I just want Nick to watch my fucking videos. But anyways, Nick, love you, man. And I love that video you did on Wednesday night. So it was Wednesday Chat with the Dudes. Best fucking video I've seen in months on YouTube. As far as like, it's not the same shit. It's real and it's topics. Now, I don't know who the hell Reaper was talking to in this video. I could, Arlen or Harlow or whatever the hell's name. Sounds like some, like, I'm no disrespect, but it sounds like some kind of reject name off a bad Western movie. But this guy kept asking these questions. Now, the questions this guy was asking were questions to stir up controversy, which sometimes people do to get some drama. You know what I'm saying? You could say I'm kind of stirring up some controversy now, but it is what it is. Sometimes the truth needs to be known. And Nick, the truth is, this video, Wednesday Chat with the Dudes, 5918, it was awesome. Fucking awesome. Nick was just like telling it like it was, man, and I ain't heard him go off like that in a long time. But man, they talked about, God, what was the first question? All I know was something about sheeple came out. I think Reaper, somebody said, you buying all the books like the rest of these sheeple. And I think what he meant was shit like, you know, the Venom movie's coming out, so all these people are buying, I almost said stupid idiots, but well, whatever. They're all buying Venom right now. And I mean, like, god dang, if they would only have watched, okay, and he has 6 thumbs down, so that must means those boys struck a nerve the other night. But I'm just saying, you know how it is. It's stupid. I mean, like, the Venom movie's coming out, so everyone's picking up their Amazing Spider-Man 300. They're buying their Amazing Spider-Man 300. They're buying their Venom Lethal Protectors. I had Kurt. If you're watching this is the complete opposite video of what you wanted. So if Joker68, you're watching this, but you know what? Yeah, everyone's buying all this kind of stuff, like these books. I'm shaking my head. I'm like, come on, people, don't do this. Don't do this. You know why? I'm going to tell you some stuff. You know why these books are so damn expensive? It's not because the movie's coming out. It's not because the seller, well, the movie thing is kind of effed up, but the seller's not doing it to you. It's the comic book buyer. It's your normal comic book community guy. It's those kind of people that are spending the big ass money on books that they're not worth what they, you know, the prices are getting so screwed up and people are paying the big money for these books when they really aren't. I don't think they're really worth the price y'all people pay for them. I'm just saying, we've always, you know, if you think about it and you go back in time, like I did the video last Legends Truth, Thanos, Steppenwolf, Darkseid, whatever. I mean, the villain books always go down in price. They'll go down in price 2 months after the movie's already done. E.T. Nick has said this 1,000 times. Tons of the big boy investors have said this 1,000 times, man. I'm talking freaking big boy investors. I'm talking about Contender. I'm talking about ETA Nick. I'm talking about Reaper Tate 728. I'm talking about Who Dat Comics and Movies, which, by the way, a lot of his stuff, he gets lucky in the raffles. But regardless, He ain't paying the big boy money. He's just winning. So, I mean, fate is in his corner. Someone's watching out for Who Dat Comics, because a lot of times he's getting these books at a great deal. He's not paying like $1,000 for some bullcrap book. You know what I'm saying? That's going to go down in 3-4 months after the movie's already done. So what I want you to do, people, you know, because somebody like talks some shit, you know, about, okay, so, you know, people, I'm talking shit about people that are buying New Mutants 98 right now. Pretty stupid. People that are buying New Mutants 86, 87, whatever Cable's first appearance is. That's stupid to buy it right now. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I know this is an asshole thing to say, but people buying Iron Man 55 right now, stupid. So damn effing stupid. You're buying Iron Man 55 right now? Are you fucking kidding me? That movie's going to be, that's going to beat Titanic. I'm not a big movie guy. You have to ask Who Dat for all this shit. But that's going to be the best. That's going to be the most made money out of any movie of all freaking time, man. And you're buying Thanos' first appearance right now? Oh my God. What the fuck kind of medicine did I take tonight? And I don't mean to like bitch slap anybody or even use that word as a term, but damn it, I really pray that y'all people out there make some better decisions as far as investing in comic books. That's insane. Doomsday Comics! Okay, I have to film it at work. Oh, amen to that. But hey, man, big books preach that legend. Comic books and the movies have become an effing trend. So now that these books that came out in the 90s, and hell, this year wasn't even worth more than the cover ups, now they're going for trill. Yeah, man. It's stupid. I know what I'm talking about. I know reviews from the Batcave knows what to talk about. Because people like me, reviews, Contender, Who Dat, and Who Dat, let me tell you, one of the best, smartest investors, and I'm going to get to him because there's a select group that I've kind of learned a lot from. Now, I'm not saying I'm the smartest, damn, most intelligent person in the world, but there's a certain group of YouTubers, like, and I'm not saying they're better than anybody. I mean, a lot of them have less subs than anybody else, but I mean, they make smart choices in their comic book buying. And man, I'm going off on a damn tangent. But you know, when you go off on a tangent and get a little frisky in the videos, I ain't telling you about Jesus tonight. Jesus save all y'all MFers for buying some stupid ass shit. But anyway. Now, I'm trying to think. I'm going to go back to the 90s because the legend hasn't always made smart buys. I couldn't get Superman 75, and I had to buy it for $50 off the wall following day. Now, granted, I was like 14 or 13. I didn't really know better, but, you know, so that was pretty freaking stupid. And, you know, we talk about the bubble and all that crap of the 90s. That wasn't, you know, us people back then, we couldn't, I mean, they were marking that crap up so fast. I mean, a lot of us couldn't even buy the book. So I'm kind of glad. Well, I'm not glad because some good mom and pop shops went out of business because the people just printed too much books, you know. And but some of those mom and pop shops were like one in particular, Ken and Tanya. They're probably dead by now, but I mean, those people were really screwing people over. Screw them. Now, Lone Star Comics, they've always been good. I doubt Ken and Tanya are alive to watch this video, but screw you people for ripping some damn good kids off, assholes. But anyway, I mean, yeah, I mean, just the movie stuff. I mean, yeah, so movies, I mean, but here's the thing. Let me tell you about movies. I've always said, back in the day, a comic book is only what is worth, well, bleh, medicine. A comic is only, a comic is only worth what it is if the buyer, if someone is willing to, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, bullshit stuff. Comic is only worth what the buyer's willing to pay for it. But when the movies got big, and I can't blame the movies all the way. I'm going to blame something else, something bigger than the movies. And, you know, Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm not bashing it. Those are great movies. But I'm going to blame social media. FOMO, fear of missing out. the eBay fashion commercial that I showed in my last video, where each chick is looking at what the other girl has and then they order the same shit. So we're going to put all that, social media, the eBay fashion commercial, and fear of missing out. Fear of missing out, FOMO, is one of the biggest things about social media, because that's why people stay so glued to their phones. My buddy LP, if you're watching, you're addicted to that damn Facebook, man. You're on there all the damn time. You're on there more than most women are on there. Now, that's no disrespect. I know you have a business, and I'll be comic, and it's a fucking phenomenal business, and I love reading your comic, but I'm just preaching it tonight. You're on that damn Facebook too much. But I'm just not going to say LP's on Facebook a lot. I'm going to say a lot of people are on Facebook a lot. Instagram, social media, Twitter, whatever. I mean, so you see other people's posts, especially for people in the comic book community. We see one person get Amazing Spider-Man 300. And then, everyone else tries to get that same book. And not only are you getting that fear of missing out because you don't have the book that old little Johnny has, but you're also seeing that the movie comes out. And you think by watching some group channels that may say, oh, Amazing, or 300, that's going to be a good, the Venom is coming out. Venom's got his own movie. That means it's going to be good. Well, fucking A, man. To tell you the truth, Venom's been a kick-ass villain ever since he came out, quite honestly. That's been just a kick-ass character. Secret Wars #8, Jim Shooter. Shout out to Comics with Bueller for getting some of the greatest interviews that I've ever seen in the comic book community by comic artists, comic editors-in-chief of Marvel, actors. He's got sign language. He's got the girl that does sign language, and then you got Jeff who's not deaf or not mute, but shit, he hardly says anything anyway. But I mean, you got some of the best material on Comics with Bueller. Low amount of subs, but freaking phenomenal. He interviews Jim Shooter. We find out about the Secret Wars #8 that, he said, okay, I'll lay down the groundwork, you take the idea and run with it. And they created that suit and all that stuff and the little symbiote thing, and boom, they made Venom. That character's been kicking ass for years. For freaking years. You look at Captain Marvel, not the damn Kree. The Kree can't see me, but you look at, not the Danvers. You look at the OG Captain Marvel, a.k.a. Shazam, a.k.a. Billy Batson. You look at that, you look at Black Adam. That's the yin and yang. You look at Peter Parker, you look at Eddie Brock. You better be rock with the out, baby, because that's freaking Venom, man. That's the yin, that's the yang, man. That's the good, that's the light side, that's the dark side. You know what I'm saying? You got damn Luke Skywalker, and you got Darth Vader. You know what I'm saying? You got Jesus, you got Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got Bugs Bunny, you got Daffy Duck. You got Mickey, you got Donald, you got Sylvester, you got Tweety, you got Wiley, you got Roadrunner. You got I almost said Sleepy Reader, and you got some asshole on Speed. No, I'm saying you got Speedy Gonzales, you got Slowpoke Magooseegg, whatever his damn name is. That's what I'm talking about. Yin and yang, man. Venom's been around a long time. Joker 68. You got to check this channel out, man. A lot of great... Dude, Venom been out for years. I checked his ass out already. I sold my Lethal Protector. I got rid of that crap, and I actually got rid of it before all the movie hype. I just needed the room, but I love Bagley and Della Rosa, but Venom's not one of my favorite characters. So Venom, he had to hit the damn road. You know what I'm saying? The kind of collector I am is I like certain characters. I just don't like certain characters. I love certain characters. And I'm not going to whip out my Wizzy 2 or anything. Prowler, what's up, Prowler? I have no fear, AAC. Yep, I was loving them Venom in the 90s. I laugh now to see everyone scrambling to grab that ASM 300 and Venom Lethal Protector now. Why did they wait till now to get those? I bought Venom Lethal Protector off the shelf. I mean, I wasn't collecting the Venom book. I mean, I could have bought that book for freaking cheap as hell, but, I like Spidey. Even Carnage I sold to Davis Comic Finds. Just trying to sell a lot of stuff. Damn it, I had some more Spideys in here I was going to show you that I'm going to go ahead and sell, even though I really dug the storyline. It was from the when McFarlane did Spider-Man, it was like 16, 17, 18, whatever. It was a Sinister Six storyline. Love the storyline, by the way. But oh, did you get that? Did you hear that? I love the storyline. You mean people read? What the hell? But anyway, so yeah, man, it's hard for me to watch videos of, you know, people. I'm glad y'all are getting Venom. I hope Venom and Thanos is y'all's favorite characters. Honestly, I don't really know much about Thanos because I'm not an Avengers guy. But man, I wish better for you. And it's, you know, a lot of this crap coming out of me is just, I'm passionate. But I'm also like, I hate to see people spend a lot of money on books that are here. They shouldn't be here in price. They need to be maybe middle, you know. But it's really hard. And Catrin Figures, love you. I'm glad you're in the chat. Hopefully Mark BKR is doing good. But it's hard for me to watch stuff like that. Wonky says he'd rather have Sabretooth. Hey, yeah, JLS, there's stories? Prowler says he's going to wait for the movie to come out, and then the next day he'll buy the book. I bought it in 2012, Lethal Protector, for 25 cents an issue. This is the shit I like. You know, I love Kat Ring because she actually reads her books. Now, Contender wants a showcase for Contender. Me and you, Contender, we could have had that book in 2011, a nice 4.0, for about, I would say, 9 to 11 grand, maybe 12 grand tops. But now it's out of reach. Well, it's not out of reach, but my wife would be really pissed. Let me just put it to you that way. Hey, what's up, Mark? But yeah, a lot of people, Alex, I know, still is adamant about getting him a showcase for. Alex the Comic Quarter, big shout out to Alex. And it's a beautiful book. Barry Allen. Best thing about that book, and I like Flash. I don't love Flash. That's the key. If I loved Flash, I would have had that book back in 2011. But I loved a group called Fantastic Four, and I loved a guy by the name of Captain Marvel. Not the Kree. I'm talking Billy Batson here. So those are the ones I went with. I mean, even a 4.0 Amazing Spider-Man was doable back then. And this was kind of in between the was it James Garfield, or was that the president? Andrew Garfield. In between the Maguire movies and the Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Fantasy 15 4.0, nice book you could get, you know, at the lower level 5 figures. Of course, then we had some Garfield movies. We actually got a Kick-Ass movie. I like that, Homecoming. So, of course, that book's just getting out of reach. And you throw in this kid along into the new Infinity War movies, and, you know, you bring in, you know, do some crossovers where you got Tom Holland in these movies, the price is going to go up a lot more. Now, keep in mind about these prices, the reason they go up is not because, you know, it's the movies alone, but it's social media. It's getting the word out between all your friends. A lot of people, my wife included, a lot of people included, don't read comics. They don't know the history of comics. But when a movie comes out and they're on Facebook, a lot of the moms, like my wife, she's 40. Sorry, just telling it like it is, Brandy. It's the fucking truth. She's 40 years old, so a lot of her friends on Facebook are mothers. They have kids, husbands that remember watching the cartoon Spider-Man or whatever. And what happens is these mothers get together on Facebook. Now, I'm not saying all females are jibber-jabbering on Facebook all the time, because we got a lot of guys that do it too. And I really need to make a bigger social media presence myself. But what I'm saying is, they start talking about, oh, we saw this movie, it was so good, we did this, we did that. Oh, look at me, I'm going to tag myself. You know, you can do something called location. You can say, oh, I'm just here watching Infinity War. And then they take a fucking selfie, you know, of all the rows of the seats. I mean, so what happens is, then that person reading that, FOMO, fear of missing out, they want to go see the movie, so then they can reply back, oh, I saw the movie, it was great, yeah. So then you got this never-ending cycle of each person trying to one-up each other on Facebook. One-upping each other on Facebook. It could be like, got a new dress. I see a lot of girls with those fucking cold shoulder shirts, you know, with them holes in the fucking shoulder. When did that shit get popular? Every time I see that shit daily. Ridiculous. If you want cold shoulder, wear a tube top. Shit. Oh my God. Anyway, this is more so like a freaking rant video. I know I'm losing some viewers, but They probably just get mad. Hopefully I got some thumbs down. No thumbs down. Well, let me refresh my page. Man, it's pretty damn good. The Jesus stuff, Jesus. When I talk about you, Lord, they thumb me down. But when I don't, no thumbs down. Oh, fuck it. I'm still talking about Jesus. Anyway, but let me read some LOL Amazing Fantasy. That was a detached. Was going for 1,500. Yeah, posers, baby. Prowler, posers. But well, yeah, you don't have fun. I don't see you posting a lot, Jason. Anyway, this is a damn good video, Contender. I'm glad Contender kind of it's the hype machine. Amen, Jesse. Keeping up with the Joneses, just like the 9-2 crew said. 9-2 crew said keeping up with the Joneses, but then a lot of people that watch the 9-2 crew would buy a lot of the stuff that they would show. So it's kind of like a backfire. It's like it'd be like Doom ought to be like, this is an awesome book. It's a hot book right now, but don't buy it now. Do not buy this hot book. Wait a couple months. But like the oh my God. I got to rub on Don a little bit. Did I say rub on Don? No, I don't want to rub on Don the icon. I want to rib Don. I watched a video Don did. Don is whipping out these Spider-Man 798s like they're candy corn on October 31st, brother. He's whipping these things. I'm like, Don. But I think he paid cheap. I'm so glad he paid cheap. He gets some, I mean, he buys in bulk so he gets discount. But I'm looking at them book, I'm like, I don't think that shit's going to be worth nothing. We go back in time about 100 Amazing Spider-Man issues to 700, where we kind of look at the series, the big series back then in the comic book community before, I would probably say 75% of you people in this chat room. Mr. Gretzky, you remember this. Me and Gretzky remember this because he's the only old school guy in the room I can think of at the moment. Everyone was buying Amazing Spider-Man during the run where Doc Ock was going to put his mind in the Peter Parker body and they become Superior Spider-Man. People were buying that book like crazy, and now, you know, that's a cheap-ass book 100 issues later. It's the same thing. A lot of people had that fear of missing out, and they had to have that book. There's something, I don't know what it is, and like Nick, Reaper Tate, Patrick, I should say Luther Manning because his channel's name is Luther Manning. It's the Deathlock. But those guys, it's amazing. Well, even Dr. Von Chilla as well. They'll preach it. They'll tell you like it is. They're the only ones that I ever see in the community try to give like the smart advice, the good advice. It's not all about, you know, like, hey, everybody, this guy's going to be in a movie. Sandman's going to be in a new movie. Go pick up his book. I mean, it's not like that at all with them. And that's why I get sucked into videos that are something different. You know, when I it's kind of like you take a look at the opposite side of the spectrum, or the three guys that aren't doing it like the other 500 comic book channels. They're kind of doing their own thing, and I get kind of sucked into that as far as being a watcher, because it's something new, you know, it's something to experience, you know, and you know, learn these topics where, you know, I don't think they're big fans of variants or whatever. And they said one of the things are, what do you think about, do you think variants of today are going to be like the ones of the 90s? And they said, Nick said no, because, you know, in the 90s they overprinted stuff. There was just too much printing. The variants of today's times, they are on a ratio. So, you know, you got your 1 in 100, where if a shop gets 100, you know, Amazing Spider-Man 800s, then only one of them will be a certain variant of, you know, the 1 in 100 variant. So they are less. Now the thing is, will those prices like hold? It's yes and no. Some won't hold. Like down the line, you know, especially if it's not like a big key book, or if it's not a real popular artist, you know, like an artist like Jock. They talked about that detective book. Don't know the number, don't care. Check my phone real quick. Okay. Amber alert. That means some assholes took their kid when they weren't supposed to. But yeah, so these books, you know, whether it be a classic cover artist or Amazing Spider-Man 700, Enter My Spider-Man New Click, yeah, just to be done with it. So what I'm saying is, like, some will be hot, some won't. I mean, I bought a 1 in 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I paid for it. Some guys were trying to sell it for $1,500. Some were trying to sell it for $1,000. Some were trying to sell it for $900. Some were trying to sell it for $800. I actually was able to buy that book on eBay for like $300. I made him an offer. The guy couldn't refuse. Maybe it was $320. But it's a beautiful John Byrne cover. Marvel 2-in-1, 1 in 1,000 variant John Byrne cover. And it kind of is an homage cover to The Thing #1 that John Byrne did in 1983 after the Marvel 2-in-1 series, the original Marvel 2-in-1 series. What I love about this, everything, if you know your history, if you know what you love, if you know your favorites, if you love something you're passionate about, you could just ring off the history like no tomorrow. So 1 through 100 of Marvel 2-in-1. It was always The Thing teaming up with somebody. Well, after that series ended, he had The Thing, his own series, for like 3 years, issues 1 through 36. During all this time, you had She-Hulk was part of the Fantastic Four when John Byrne was writing it. Some of the best ever. Anyway, so that book I have is an homage cover to The Thing #1, and it's so well done. It's really freaking awesome. And if John Byrne would ever get to a con, I'd love to get him to sign it. But I freaking loved it, man. Amber Alert. I wonder where is Amber? Amber was found, but somebody keeps fucking with my door over there. Bruce, what's up, Bruce? Batman Adventures 27. Yeah, Batman Adventures 27. I don't even know what the hell that is. Detective 27? I mean, you're talking about the Harley Quinn first appearance? Yeah, man. Let me tell you what. During that Suicide Squad movie, everyone was buying Batman Adventures 12. Let's think of something. So, the next Jesus movie, is everyone going to be running out to buy a Bible? Probably not. I wish that were the case, you know. It's an important book. Shit. So, yeah, I like variants, don't get me wrong. But, you know, those guys, I don't think they but see, again, let me tell you about those guys, Luther Manning, Reaper, and Nick. I mean, they've collected for a really long time. So they don't buy a lot of the new stuff, but, you know, they still invest in big boy books. Contender does a lot of big boy books. So, you know, they're probably not going to spend too much on variants. They're probably going to save their money toward a showcase #4, you know. And what happens is, I guarantee, if some of you in the chat, the 6 people that thumbed down Nick's video the other night, if some of those people would watch that whole show, or if there would be some more people would listen to the voice of the voiceless. I kind of got that from CM Punk, but if people started, like, you know, trying to filter out the crappy information you get, you know, of like spec book, hot book, spec, movies, blah, shit, crap. If y'all would tune the bullshit out and focus on the reality, you could probably save $1,000 if you don't buy into the bullshit. If you don't buy into the bullshit for 12 months out of a year, don't buy into the bullshit, I guarantee you, you'll have $1,000 more dollars in your pocket because you'll make smart choices and you won't buy what all the other sheep are buying, you know. And really, I hope one day that, you know, people can come back to the great legend years later and say, dude, remember all that time when you were saying this, saying that, saying this, saying that? Well, you know what? I kind of see the light now. You know, whether that be if they finally become a believer or not, or if they just, you know, stop making stupid comic choices. I know this video, and y'all could thumb the shit out of this one if you want, thumb it down, because it's a harsh reality, and a lot of people don't like hearing the truth. But I mean, that's the legend's truth, man. Now, like I say, I still buy variants. I'm trying to get all the Marvel 2-in-1 variants because I'm a huge fan of Ben Grimm, and I love the Human Torch, so I am trying to, you know, I'm trying to buy those. I don't know if I'll get them all. And I always try to buy every single Fantastic Four variant. And I'm pumped up for August, but I'm kind of not pumped up for August. But with my collecting on Fantastic Four, I want to try to have all of them. Not the Whitman variants or anything, or the Price variants, but just all the covers and everything, because I love Fantastic Four. So keep that in mind. Let's talk a little bit more. Collect what you love. No, collect what you like. No, wait. collect what you love. Like, collect whatever hippies collectibles you say. Collect what you like, love what you collect. Collect what you love, and you won't be disappointed with your collection later on. All this spec leads to nothing but lighter wallets. It really does, Cat Wren. That's what it's about. Golden Age has so many collecting over avenues. First appearances, bondage, robots, horror, CC Beck, Auto Binder, Wiz Comics, Captain Marvel, Shazam. I mean, and that's the crazy thing. I mean, a lot of people were so wrapped up in the MCU that they forgot about those Fawcett publications. Now, some people remembered about them, but, you know, not many at all. I mean, a lot of people forgot about a lot of that Golden Age goodness. And it's really sad because, boy, let me tell you about old Aim High Comics. Aim High Comics got stuck in it. Aim High Comics, you know, pretty sharp guy, right? All right, this is an Aim High paid ad for Aim High Comics. Aim High Comics, man, he wasn't thinking about future or any of that kind of stuff. Big time Shazam movie starts coming out. That's when Aim High started going back, trying to get some of those Captain Marvel adventure books, trying to go back and get some of them Wiz comic books. Now, it's great that he's picking up a kick-ass character. But if he would have bought these things like before they even announced a movie or before they even done the Black Adam announcement, he would have saved so much money. But now he's trying to play catch-up. So just another like horror story. And it's not a horror story really, but it is kind of a horror story because he's losing more money than what he'll probably be making in the future by doing that kind of stuff. You always want to buy low. And if you love it, never sell it. But if you like it, sell it down the line when you got some more cash. And that's what Who Dat Comics has taught me. That's what Contenders taught me. Those two are just big time Instagram sellers. But like I said, Who Dat Comics, Contender, Reaper Tate, and Nick and Patrick, just listen to those guys and listen and do just a little bit about Alex the Comic Hoarder. Now I don't know why I did the quotes. I'm just saying Alex the Comic Hoarder in quotes because he's just one of the greatest people on YouTube. But even old Alex, I think he still gets sucked into a little bit of the bullshit. Alex, now that's no disrespect. I mean, I'd like to see Alex with more of the golden, more of the silver, but, I can't control what people buy. I shouldn't even, like, disrespect the man like that. But sometimes I still see, I'll be looking at that book, I'll be like, I wouldn't have bought that. That's just going to be taking up room. Get rid of that shit and get the good shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's my boy Alex right there. But I think he gets a little bit of that sucked inness just because it's the fear of missing out. I mean, he sees his boys getting those kind of books, and then he picks up a couple himself. We don't even slap no Art Germ on there. Be using all that computer shit. I wants to see some pencils. I want some Jack Kirby pencils. I want some Joe Sonat inks. I don't want no damn computer. I want some Alex Ross painting. I want some paintings. I don't want no Art Germ just slapping a little like Paint Shop Pro, Adobe Photo. I don't want none of that crap. I want to see some real shit. I want to smell. I want to smell ink. I want to smell paint. I want to smell some paint. I want to smell some whiteout. You can't smell a damn computer screen. You can't smell a Bluetooth pen either. Collection space is at a premium, Exile State says. Everyone jumps on the bandwagon, Brutus. That's right, player. Look what Rich did on the last live auction. He made room at the cost on some good book reading. What you like to keep. Yep, that's Rich, man. Rich was selling that stuff, baby, because he needs room for his Batmans. You think he collects Batmans, for some Art Germs? Or I'm sure he has some Batman variants, but you know what I'm saying? He's all about Batman. So he's making sure he has room for Batman. I'm all about Fantastic Four. I need to make sure I got room for Fantastic Four. And, some other stuff. My weird Westerns and Jonah X's. Phantom Strangers. Even though I've got all my Phantom Strangers. Animal Man. I've got all my Animal Men. Commandees. I got my Commandees. I got my Shazams. I got my Shazams from... I need to get a couple little, like where Superman fought Captain Thunder. and maybe a little bit of those. You know, maybe I got a full Shazam box of 70s up to today, but I'm kind of phasing out here. So I want to make y'all. I want to inspire y'all to make better decisions. Don't copy what other people. You know, don't, just because this guy gets this, man, you don't have to buy it too. And don't think just because person A is buying a book that it's going to be worth $1,000 next year. Come on. You're better than that. You're smarter than that. I'm going to show you some more ass here. I bought this before the Josh Brolin movie came out. But maybe I should have bought it after. Because that wasn't a good movie. 9.6 All-Star Western, man. Look at that bad boy. That's a nice looking book, man. 9.6, a Near Mint Plus, All-Star Western, number 10. Now, what's All-Star Western? Well, it's a title that starts with A. And it has Jonah Hex's first appearance in it. Sunshine, he's downsizing his collection too. It's so much work. I know, man. It's tough. I'm downsizing. Letter S. The letter S. I bought this way before the movie. This is Strange Tales 110. It is the first time the Wizard and Paste Pot Pete team up against the Human Torch. Strange Tales 110. First time the Wizard and Paste Pot Pete face off against the Human Torch. I love the issues, anything Frightful 4, and this is kind of the first time those two teamed up. I've got the Wizard's first appearance, I got Paste Pot Pete's first appearance, I got Medusa's first appearance in Fantastic Four 36, and I got Sandman down there. I got Sandman's first appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man number 4. And I'll show you the asses again in a minute. But this is the second S. But I got this way before, who's that guy? What's that guy's name? First appearance of Doctor Strange, Ancient One, Nightmare, and Wong. I got this book way before that damn movie came out. 4.5, signed by Stan the Man. And what was cool, when I bought this, I got this at a great deal because I got another book with it. I bought it as a combo. This is Strange Tales 115. Sandman versus the Human Torch. And this is the second appearance of Sandman. And it has the origin, first origin of Doctor Strange in it. And it's signed by Stan Lee too. It's a 5.0. So, very cool. So let me show you that ass again. Remember, Contenders contest, 400 plus subscriber contest. He's already over 500. And in his contest, he wants us to spell out our name. Like, I should have had R-O-B, so it would be like, say, Reborn. A lot of people jumped on that. Actually, that story was pretty good. O would be like OMAC, and B would be like Beavis and Butthead number 1. So something like that. But we did like what we did in the old arcade games. We did A, S, S. Ass. And you know what? When you make bad, stupid speculation, comic book purchases, whenever the movie's out, and you're buying the book just because the movie's out, or because you think it's going to be hype, then you get the ass. Here's the other ass. I know it's harsh. A, that's Sandman. Contender, this one's for you, brother. Saga 1, retailer incentive. Fiona Staples, Brian K. Vaughan signed, 9.8. Buy that book. Don't buy that book. It's not worth it. Actually, wait. Did I just say it's not worth it? Yeah, this shit is definitely worth it. Only problem is, I jumped on Saga when Saga 1 came out. I bought the damn thing off the rack. And I got all the sagas ever since. And let me tell you, I know some people don't read. I mean, Hooked on Phonics, I think they still make it. Maybe Fuzzy or Muzzy or whatever the hell that is. But this is legit good. It's like Star Wars. It's like a Star Wars soap opera. Love story. It's awesome. Beautiful story. Beautiful artwork. Amazing book. Don't read this one. Go buy it and trade. I actually have number 1 first print, but it's not graded. It's the one I like read and stuff. I don't think I'll ever get it graded though, but that's my graded copy right there. And then here's the last S, the Six Gun, which is probably my most favorite modern Western. It's kind of a weird Western vibe to it. One of my most favorite, probably favorite, I don't know if it's my favorite of all time, but it's definitely my top 3 Westerns of all time. Probably along with Jonah Hex, and I haven't read all the Batlash yet, but I don't know. But I love, that's Amazing Spider-Man Saga and Six Gun for my second ass. Actually, that was my first ass. That's my second ass. So again, we got C. Woodard 19, Sunshine's in the house. All about comics, man. Exile State. Nope, you cannot bid on that Exile. Not that one. If you've never searched Bunny Fart on YouTube, you're missing out. Amen to that. Who hasn't searched Bunny Fart? But yeah, man, just make smarter choices. Like, don't buy what everyone else is buying. You know, what's great is another one, Matilda. Watch Matilda Gothica. I think that's her last name on there. But Matilda told me in her latest video that she had a May haul. She didn't have very much, but she said that she doesn't buy as many books as she used to. When I got back into comic book collecting, I was buying a lot of the DC New 52 because I enjoyed the stories. But what happened was I couldn't keep up with reading it all, especially, you know, playing video games and reading at the same time. I was running out of time. And so since then, I've cut down on a lot of things. What I love, another channel I like watching is Cat Wren Figures Pull List, where she kind of talks about the books that she pulls. And even though I only pull maybe less than 10 books a month, I still don't have time to read them. Well, one, I'm always watching Dark Shadows, and the other is just being a husband and father takes a lot of time. But what is crazy is I love Blue Beetle, but they canceled it. But it's a great series. I love New Superman. I think it's great. New Superman and the Justice League of China. Freaking love the story. The artwork's really cool too. And I always buy cover A and cover B. Another one, I still buy Saga. I still buy East to West, but I'm way behind on those stories, but that's okay. They're epic, you know, epic reads. I just am behind on the stories. And I'm behind on Green Lanterns, and I'm behind on Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. And then any other books I get are usually just specialty books, like occasionally if I see like a good book like this, like Reefer Madness, that talks about, you know, just if it catches my eye or if I'm really passionate about something. And I'm not too passionate about this. I'm not going to go like, you know, do like picketing, you know, hey, allow, you know, bring back cannabis, bring back cannabis. I'm not all about that kind of crap or SJW crap. But I do like these because they're fun, and they talk about the history of why America was thinking that reefer and crap was so bad. That kind of stuff. Dark Shadows newspaper volume is coming out. The 1971 newspaper strips for like that whole year. All the Dark Shadow newspaper strips. I pick up the Dick Tracy, Chester Gould's volume 24 is coming out this June. I pick those books up. I pick up the Carl Barks Fantagraphics hardcovers that's going to reprint all 30 of the original volumes that he did back in the day, and I've got about 16 of those, and I'm one away from completing my 10-volume set of Fantagraphics Don Rosa's Uncle Scrooge, so I'm totally pumped for those. So I do pick up certain hardcovers here and there. Are they going to be worth a lot of money? No. Probably not. Actually, the Dick Tracy ones, some of the Amazon sellers really screw the pooch on people, but no, I'm going to read those. I mean, they're for my reading pleasure. I've got Chew, all the Omnivore editions, the 6 Omnivore editions, so I can read Chew as just in its entirety. I only have issue 1 of Chew, but I'm a big fan of Chew. Guillory and old Bob Layton. Was it Bob Layton and Rob Guillory? Anyway, I love that stuff, man. I love to read comic books. Another thing I like is when Cat Wren does reviews. I love when Jesse and the boys talk about comics on their show. Let me give any other shout outs. I love when the Comic Cartel, I know they're not a group anymore, but hopefully in time they'll heal up. But I love when they talk about different thing, comic books. Mainly they talk investing as well, which I do enjoy listening to Sunshine and Kingdom Comics and Jashir's and Freddy's, and I know Seeking ain't a part of them anymore, but I do like when Seeking talks about investing too. Seeking is more. He does a lot of investing on. I would well, hell, actually every. I mean, I've seen him do silver all the way up to modern. I haven't seen him do a lot of golden age. I'm sure he's got golden age. He's just not showing me. He's keeping it secret. But I like these videos where, I like smart investment strategy. Smart investment strategy. Big boy books. Smart buys. Buy low. Sell high. I love that shit. When you go to these IGN.com or I don't know what y'all go to. I mean, y'all need to go to comicbook.com, not this comic book resources or comic vine or any of this kind of bullshit out there. You need to go to real people that aren't getting paid, like comicbook.com. Man, my nose is itching. But go to the freaking real people, the God's honest people that ain't going to lead you astray. Don't just like, oh, well, this movie's coming out. Let me base every fucking thing I do on a fucking movie that's coming out. I mean, let me do that because since it's a movie, it's going to be worth a lot of money. Oh, that's stupid, guys. It's like your buddy saying, hey, let's go fucking jump off a cliff together. Would you jump off the cliff? No, but a lot of you have made some bad choices with some bad purchases. Now, I'm not pointing the finger and saying all y'all are buying bad shit. I've bought bad shit too, but I've bought bad shit and I've read the shit and I was like, God, why did I buy this? This story sucks. Now, I enjoyed the first 5 issues of Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy's The Wake. Loved it. Freaking loved it, man. I was reading at the same time I was reading Trillium by Jeff Lemire, which is phenomenal. Freaking nominal with a capital A and a number 1. AJ Styles. But or a capital P and a 1. But Trillium was excellent. Jeff Lemire written, Jeff Lemire artwork. And then I think, oh, Wake's art. Sean Murphy did really good art. But Snyder, I don't know what the hell happened, man. The fucking 6 through 10 sucked. And I know I shouldn't have read them. Who reads anyway? Contender. Over 500 subs. Amazing, man. Freaking amazing. Gills 311's got a contest. John Layman. Who did I say? Bob Layton? That's old school right there. John Layman. Thank you, Woodard. Jeez Louise. The medicine's taken over. Man, I love C. Woodard, man. C. Woodard's in the house. Poor Man's Comics. Nate Dogg shows what you got from the warehouse. Yeah, going to the warehouses. Buying books on the cheap. I developed a first rule for the warehouse. What gets picked up in the warehouse stays in the warehouse. That's what it ought to be right there. And you know what another thing I like? I'm going to give Nick another shout out and also Reaper Tate because they kind of do the same thing. They'll buy like a big boy book. And what they do is they'll wait usually 3 months before they show the book because they want to see, if they show a book, they're afraid that a lot of people that watch them will go out and buy the same book. So, Nick and Reaper, they wait about 3 months before they show these big books. And sometimes Reaper waits even longer. And, that's a good thing, I believe, because it's, as a collector, and I don't get mad if I show you something like, let me show you here. If I show you Munchkin number 7, the cheat with both hands expansion, I'm not one of those people who said, "Oh, Jason Smith just bought Munchkin 7 after he watched my video. He's a damn copycat." I don't say that. I'd be like, dude, that's awesome, man. It's a great freaking expansion to go with your Munchkin game, and it's a lot of fun, and it really changes the game because there's more cheat cards, and you could really screw a guy over that's almost level 10. When you throw that card down, you say, you're not hitting level 10 yet, playa. You're going to get downtown back to level 1. But, man, I mean, it's not nothing like that. But, I mean, I think with Nick and Reaper, they show that shit so late because they show a big book. Maybe they don't want you to waste money or make a bad purchase. But here's the thing, and what I want to like inspire a lot of you people to do, if you ever are on the fence about a big boy book or a book that costs a lot of money, talk to Contender. Talk to Who Dat Comics and Movies. Talk to Alex the Comic Order. Talk to Reaper Tate 728. Talk to Luther Manning. Talk to Nick, ETA Nick. Shit, man. Talk to Captain Strangelove, Hippies Collectibles, Dr. Silver Age, Dr. Von Chilla, Silver Age Dave, Charlton 66, Creature. Trying to think of all the men that are over 50 years old. Bueller, Comics with Your. I mean, I want y'all to talk to some people, man. Reach out to some of these people. Talk to William Thorg. William Thorg will tell you like it is. He gets his comics on the cheap. I've spent hours in 25-cent bins and found great comics. William, you got to watch this from the beginning, man. A lot of great info. Harsh truth about making smarter choices in collecting where you don't go broke. You know what I mean? Because that's so dumb, man. Make sure you can pay for your bills, you know. Never, like, spend more money than what you have, man. Hippie is the man, and Hans is all. Oh, talk to Howler Mouse. He's only a little bit older than me, but he'll tell you about some great deals. But if you're really interested and you want to know if you're getting the best price, talk to me, Who Dat, Contender. I know us three all have GPA. Seeking Near Men, I think, has GPA. Hopefully he has GPA because he spends some pretty big money on some of these books too. Talk to us, man. TJ, what's up, TJ? Yeah, William, shoot, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard sometimes, isn't it? You know, like, it's weird, man. It's definitely the times are changing. It's not the same comic book community I was in 2011. It's totally different. Quick story about me and Contender. I first saw Contender when I was watching this one guy's channel. I'd been off YouTube for quite a while, and I wasn't doing a lot of videos. There was a time where the great legend in 2009 was making video game videos, and you know that was the legend, man. What can I say? And then in 2000, I want to say either the summer of 2011, maybe 10, I started doing comic book videos, showing my collection. My guide to comic book collecting. I did a lot of videos, won a couple awards, best live show 2 years in a row. Y'all have all heard me rehash the same old bullshit stories. But anyway, it's legit. I won best live show 2 years in a row. That's a solo live show. I was up against a lot of group ensembles. But I was really, if you want to, want me to shout the truth, I was the very first solo live show in the comic book community. Solo live show. Well, actually, I don't even think that Comic Book Girl 19 was around back then. She jumped on the bandwagon, I think, when the Marvel Cinematic Universe came out. So she may have been here 1 year before me. But yeah, first ever live show, solo live show in the YouTube comic book community, the Great Legend Show. I mean, I don't make this stuff up. I mean, that's just the truth. I was the very first solo live show in the YouTube comic book community. It was great, man. This was great times. A lot of action, man. A lot of action. Just think about all the live shows we have today, all the ensemble cast, all of the solo shows. But go back in time to around 2011 or 12, 13, whenever Google Hangouts came out, because Google Hangouts tying in or whatever, I was there when that stuff was invented. Yeah, first ever live show. And you look at all the thousands of live shows now, and not only the comic book community, but in all of YouTube, really. So then after that, though, I started playing more video games, and that was around the time when I was getting more books than I could read, so I quit buying as many books. But other big channels were coming up. There was a really humongous channel, really big channel. But this guy, I mean, he had a following, and he still has a big following, and Who Dat Comics was on that show. Big Bear was on that show. Contender was on that show. Simplified Comic Guy was on that show. A lot of the new people were on that show, and I was watching that show a little bit. Shit, I was on that show a couple of times. And the more I watched the show, the more I listened, I can see that this guy was kind of like a snake oil salesman. He was leading the sheep down a different path, and he was really giving shitty information. But these people were taking it all in. It was shitty information, very horrible. I mean, you can go broke listening to that guy. You know, he may even try to make you buy like magic crystals that would somehow give you free comics from the gods in the sun, or if you look directly into the sunlight, or put your little magical prism up to your eye and look at the sunlight, you know, coming down from the sky, it would drop a Hulk 181 right in your life. I mean, this guy he was like fucking David Koresh, the Branch Davidians, Waco, Texas. This guy was insane, and all these dudes were watching him. And but you know, slowly but surely, those dudes kind of left, and they started doing their own thing. And Contender, man, he started doing his own thing, and he started doing stuff that was like way better than that other guy. And he started doing the research, and he's always been a collector, but he was able to start nailing down. I'm not talking about nailing key issues down or like stupid hot spec books. Contender wasn't doing that. Contender was nailing down holy grails. Contender was just getting the holy grails. He was making things happen. You know, he was believing in himself. He was saying that he could do this. He had the willpower. He had the passion. He kept his eyes on the prize. He didn't look back at the snake salesman. He didn't look back at hot books. He didn't look back at hot spec smoking keys. He didn't look back at the fucking Watergate Commission. You know, he was looking at the future. He was looking at the finish line, and it brought him to the promised land. He's got so many big boy books, and when you have big boy books, you get big boy looks. People start flocking to the channel. People start, you know, getting entertained, and it's hard to explain, but that's what happens. When you're passionately driven by something that you love, whether that be comics, video games, cooking, the truth, whatever. When you do that, you make yourself better in the long run on your quest to become the best. And let me tell you, this man has 500 now. He's on his way to 1,000. I just got to get him on Legends Live Auction a lot more. But he's one of the best. And in the video description below, if you're not subscribed to Contender, your ass better call somebody. Because Contender is here to stay, and he's here to play. Because remember, this is where the big boys play. And Contender's got a lot of big boy books, man. And I'm not saying that as some kind of elitist or, you know, some kind of an asshole or some kind of dickhead. I'm just saying he's come a long way as far as his comic book collecting, and his investing is gone. I mean, he makes the smart deals. You know, he grabs a couple of books, really big time books. You know, he may have triples, so he'll sell two, and then he'll go back and get something he does like. So, I mean, my beanie is off to Contender. I don't do this very much, only when it gets fucking hot. And let me tell you, Contender is hot. So when my main man Contender is hot, the beanie gets dropped. That's what I'm talking about. Man, great show tonight. AG Surfer, thanks for stopping by. Watch this thing on the rewind. I'm cussing. I'm fussing. People better start calling the bus and get some people bussed in over here, because they need to listen to the truth. And the truth is, Contender, what was 400 a month ago is now at 500. I'm going to tell you something else. Hear me out. This is the kind of guy Contender is. I want you to listen really damn close and understand this. It's a way you can easily build up your channel. This is something I haven't told anybody about. It's pretty good. I don't even know if Contender realizes it, but, you know, for one who has only lived one lifetime, you're a very wise man, Contender. Of course, he said that to Edward. Bella said that to Edward von Sloan, as Dr. Van Helsing Carl Lumley's 1931 classic, Dracula. Kick-ass fucking scene, by the way. It's great. I know it's a black and white movie. But anyway. One thing Contender did, he did the subscriber contest at 400 plus subs because he knew if he could spread, and you know, what I'm trying to say is a lot of subscriber contests go in milestones, 100 subscribers, 200. I know some people have subscriber contests for every 100 subscribers. It's kind of whoring out the whole subscriber contest genre, which is cool. I mean, whore it out. I mean, Marvel whored out Wolverine in the 70s. But what I'm saying is, Contender did it at 400 because he knew people would make the videos, spread the word, and you talk about making, it's a 400 Contender contest. What is up, Prowler? Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. But what happened was, you do it at 400. By the time the contest is over, you're at a big time milestone. You know what I'm saying? So Contender was thinking ahead, right? Patience is key. He wasn't, you know, twiddling his thumbs till he got to 500 subscribers to do a milestone subscriber contest. He used this up here. He looked at what he was at, what he could accomplish, what his hopes were for his contest, the prizes he put out. Damn it, my nose keeps itching, people. And what he did, he made it to a milestone, and that's 500 subscribers. So everything always relates to another, whether it be, you know, learning from Contender on how to kind of do a pretty good smart subscriber technique, or you know, just learning from the legend preaching the truth. You get it here, youtube.com/rdaddy95, your home for comics, cooking, gaming, and the truth. Make sure you check out Contender. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out tonight. Contender, you are the man with the master plan. I know I kind of effed up the contest and didn't spell my name, but you know what? That's okay, because Contender, it's your night tonight, player. And once we get tomorrow over with, I'll hopefully be there tomorrow to watch the prizes. But you know, don't worry about putting me in for any prizes. I don't do this kind of stuff for prizes. You know I don't, because a lot of times I do not enter these contest videos. Contenders know me for a long time. You don't see a lot of what are these contest entries. But this ain't no just some run-of-the-mill freaking contest entry. This is Legends Truth, starring the one, the only, the Contender. I mean, this ain't just some run-of-the-mill showing some shit off. When I show some shit off, I'm going to talk some truth too. But anyways, man, I got to go. Y'all have a good one. My nose is freaking itching. I don't know what's happening. It could be an allergic reaction to all these bad, what did I say in my, okay, I said, tonight we celebrate Contender's 400 plus subscriber contest along with teaching knowledge to the comic book collecting rookies. Yeah, maybe my nose itching because all these damn rookies are making bad choices. But anyway, I thank y'all so much. This is the Great Legend. Tomorrow night, tune in. Video description below. You will find the link to Contender's page, because tomorrow night, the winner will be revealed in Contender's 400 subscriber contest giveaway. So go check that out and make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is the Great Legend saying peace out. God bless.